What's up, guys? It's your boy, Sodanonymous here. Uh, yeah, the title, it's true. Sodanonymous is coming to an end. This is the final video I will be making for this channel, and it's extremely bittersweet. Originally, this video was going to be scripted and this big thing, but I figured the best course of action was just going to be super real with you guys and just sort of explaining why this is coming to sort of a premature end, and the thought process behind the conclusion of this channel, why I'm going to be stopping, basically. Real quick, just to get it out there, I am more than a little drunk, and I'm going to be drinking during this video, so I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm actually going to get started right now. So first, be drinking some standard Yingling. Let's pop this guy open. There we go. Cheers to Sodanonymous. All right, well, yes, this channel is coming to an end, and I'm sort of going to lay out the reasons why for you real quick. I think I owe it to you guys. It's definitely a lot less than I promised, a lot less than I wanted to do, a lot less than the channel definitely had potential for, and I just want to sort of lay it all out there. I apologize if this video is going to be sort of scatterbrained. Obviously, I'm drunk and completely unscripted, completely unplanned, completely random. So this is just going to be sort of off the cuff. Basically, it's not, what channels typically close down for. I'm not particularly busy in my real life. I have plenty of free time. It's not because the channel didn't get traction. Honestly, I was ecstatic with the reception that I received, though modest. I was going for a niche audience, and yeah, I honestly got more reception than I expected in the time that I did. No, it's plain and simple. It's really this easy. Basically, what happened is I started getting pains in my mouth, some tooth pains, and I was, obviously concerned about it. And I went to the dentist, and I had a rather large cavity. Now, the cavity was in a spot that was developing for a while. It's been sort of a crevice there for years, so I didn't think anything of it. I figured, hey, it was a long time coming, and I got that cavity filled, and there was no problem. And I continued to make Sodanonymous videos. A bit of time after that, I noticed I was getting some tooth pain in a tooth where I never really felt sensitivity before, and I started to have some issues in my mouth, and I went to the dentist, and I explained to him, maybe it's acid reflux, it's whatever. And he said, no, this kind of cavity is definitely from severe acid damage. And he told me that the most likely reason why I was damaging my teeth was because of my increased soda intake. So I had to sit with that. I had to think about it. I had to dwell on it. And I realized that really the choice was between my health or this channel. and I chose my health, and I hope that's understandable for you guys. I am very much a soda fan. I love soda. I won't say soda is my life, but soda is a very big part of my life. It's the reason why I started this channel. It's the reason why I was so passionate about soda going in. And it's very sad that I have to sort of let this thing go for the sake of my teeth. But the proof is in the pudding. My teeth were literally eroding away. So I don't mean to make this as a video, like a PSA to say don't drink soda or whatever. Soda brings me a lot of joy. So I know soda brings a lot of people a lot of joy. I assume my subscribers are among the type of people who derive a lot of joy from drinking soda. And I'm not saying stop or whatever. Just be careful, you know, because I brush regularly. I brush carefully. I brush with, you know, good toothpaste, a good soft toothbrush. I listen to my dentist, and despite all of that, my significantly increased soda drinking caused me to have negative health aspects. So, you know, it's everything in moderation. Unfortunately, I think the channel can only exist with somebody who is able to make regular content. And if I, say, made a video reviewing a soda once every couple of weeks or once a month, it would not be a channel worth subscribing to. I wouldn't subscribe to it. I wouldn't expect you to. And I think it would be a disservice to you guys. So, you know, I don't know if it's genetics or if it's just the situation that I'm currently in. But I think that the bottom line is I'm not fit to provide for you guys the content that I intended to provide for you, which was a regular update of soda-related content, being reviews, tastings, mixings, and anything else. We had a lot of ideas for this channel. We really wanted it to succeed. We really still believe that it could succeed if I was able to press on, if it was a health, you know, if health was a non-issue and I was able to sort of provide the same thing that I've already been providing with, you know, little improvements here and there, I would be able to grow this channel into something special. But it's simply something that I personally am unable to do. So, yeah, I mean, that is the main sort of crux of the discussion. That's sort of getting everything out in the open. Everything else is going to be kind of gravy. I'm going to sort of air my sort of, I don't know if I want to say grievances. Like I said, I'm a little drunk. Air my sort of last words on the idea, since this is going to be my final video on Sodanonymous. If you haven't watched my, our podcast, we only made one episode, and I was pretty proud of it, but we only made one episode, and not a lot of people watched it. I checked the watch time, it really wasn't much. I sort of explained the sort of genesis of Sodanonymous and how it came to be. And I'm going to give you kind of the cliff notes. This video is this channel has been a long time coming. I am really passionate about soda. I really care about soda, and this has been an idea that has been sort of gestating for almost a decade. Back when I was in high school, I remember the moment I thought of this idea, not necessarily this idea in full, in other words, not necessarily, you know, the mask and the persona and the type of reviews. But when I realized I wanted to do a soda review show, I was a freshman or a sophomore in high school, I can't quite remember. And after school, my friend group and I would go to Pizza Hut, and we would eat stuffed crust pizza, and we would talk about, you know, what we were interested in at the time: video games, anime, you know, the works. And I remember sitting there, and my one of my best friends said he loves Pepsi, and I had a very strong opinion against Pepsi. I was definitely a Coke guy. And after sort of having a conversation for 10 or so minutes, I realized that I really, really care about soda emotionally. It's something that I've had, you know, throughout my life. It's something that sort of crosses the barrier between dessert and lunch, and it's just like soda has been such a big part of me. And I said, man, I would love to do a soda review show. And that was sort of the genesis of the idea, and it's been sort of cycling around ever since. And I've got to sort of collect my thoughts here. Like I said, I am significantly inebriated, and there's a lot I have to say, so I apologize for the frequent breaks here. The long and the short of it is I really do care about soda. I really do like soda. It's a real shame that I'm unable to continue this channel. It's not a failing of the channel. It's not a failing of you guys. It's a failing of me and my health, and something that I can't really get past. So it's sort of a book that I have to close prematurely, and which is why I feel like I owe you this video, because it's my B. It's not your B. It's my B. You know. What else do I want to say here? Okay. I had a lot of fun. This was great fun. I would say that my biggest flaw as a creative is I'm very much an idea guy. I come up with these ideas that I really enjoy and fancy, and they never really come to fruition, either from procrastination or from you know, unforeseen problems in the development process, and it never really happens. So to see something that I came up with almost a decade ago happen, work out, even for the few short months that it did, was really something special for me. I really felt like I accomplished something. I was improving. I was finalizing my ideas. And I'm really proud of what we did here, even though I don't think it's the best it could be. And there was definitely a sort of a higher ceiling for it, and it could have been a lot more. What we did, I'm very proud of. Let me think here. I didn't really intend for this to be so formal. I guess that's why I tried to sort of subdue my emotions with alcohol. But I guess, you know, when I'm facing down the gun of the camera, and I don't have a script in front of me, and I don't have a game plan, I'm just gonna be super real and kind of sappy. So I apologize for that. I don't want to really be down. I don't even know how many people are gonna watch this. I have a feeling there's gonna be a couple. I do have to give a shout out to the sort of strongest fans that I've had. There are quite a few that would regularly leave comments and really did seem to care. The standout, of course, is Where Power King, who commented on almost every single one of my videos. Thank you. And anybody else. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. Your name escapes me, but the user with the Thundercats logo, thank you. And there were a few others. I appreciate the interaction. I appreciate the interest. I'm very happy to know that I'm not alone in my love for soda. When I sort of brought myself out there to the internet, I wasn't sure if I was the only weirdo who really cared about this stuff, who really wanted to discuss the stuff, who really would be willing to go to this depth on this subject. And you proved me wrong. There are people, not necessarily like me, but people who have that aspect that I have, and that it was deeply comforting to know that I'm sort of not alone in this passion. Anyway, I know I'm being really heavy. I'm trying to make more of a light of it, but this is what it is. Let's see. In terms of ideas, I do want to sort of explain where I was going to go with this, because there was a lot more we were planning to do. And when I say we, if you haven't watched the podcast, which I would suggest if you're really curious about the genesis of Sodanonymous, or the production, or sort of what I look like behind the camera, and when I'm not fucked up, because I've had quite a few of these before we started filming. We meaning myself, and also my roommate, who is my editor, and the guy who keeps me sane, who keeps me from talking about Coca-Cola for 2 hours, who sort of puts me in line, sort of the normie on my shoulder, sort of helping me out. He is also sort of sad to see this go. I don't think he was very passionate about soda, but from what I've gleaned with him, and he's not here right now, but from what I've gleaned from him, he's very appreciative of the experience. He is very happy that there were people who cared, and he is similarly apologetic that he's unable to provide what he initially promised. What we initially promised for you guys. We've got to stop now, and we've really only done Coke products and Pepsi products. We also did cheer wine at a viewer's request, and that was a lot of fun. But really, we only did Coke products and Pepsi products, which, is important, but it's not necessarily exciting or interesting, right? I didn't explore these crazy sodas from Japan or Germany or any of these places, which I initially anticipated I was going to do. So let's go over real quick ideas I had for the channel. So number one, I really wanted to do more on-scene content, meaning I was going to go through drive-thrus and stuff, ordering Baja Blast or specific kinds of sodas, and catching the reaction of the person at the drive-thru when I came in my full mask, and see how they react, and that was going to be fun. And then sort of review the soda in the parking lot. I was definitely going to do a freestyle review, meaning the freestyle mixing soda station that Coca-Cola is doing. I was going to do, we had a couple of big engagements that we were going to do. We were going to go to the Cheer Wine Festival in North Carolina. I live in the South. I'm not going to be super specific where I live in the South, but I do live in the South. And North Carolina is a reasonable distance away. And I was going to be at the Cheer Wine Festival, and I was going to try rare cheer wine mixes and sort of give sort of live coverage on the floor there. We were also planning on going to World of Coke, which is sort of a museum for Coke products, and we were planning on doing that. We wanted to do Mentos and Coke sort of experiments. We wanted to do sort of weird mixtures. I wanted to do an ultimate Coke versus Pepsi challenge, which is like each Coke product and each Pepsi product compared and like contrasted. I had a whole slew of ideas. You would laugh if you saw my refrigerator right now. I've got Iron Brew. I've got tropical mix Sprite. I've got anything that I could find. I sort of decorated the background here. I'm obviously on a green screen. I decorated the background here with sort of the refuse of Sodanonymous here. So this is what I'm left with. I can't really drink soda as much right now, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with all this. I'm probably going to spill it all out in the sink, honestly, which is going to kind of suck. It's not going to suck for maybe Diet Coke with Splenda, but it's going to suck for, vanilla Coke and stuff that I actually like. So what else do I want to cover? Let me think about this for a second. In terms of where we're going next, if you haven't seen our podcast, really our biggest passion is creating stuff. So just because this is an end of sort of a chapter that I really do care about, but it's sort of the end of this chapter in my life, I am going to be continuing to create stuff. I am currently in the process of writing a book, and that is still going to happen. My roommate and I are in the process of trying to get a movie made. We've already made a proof of concept short, and we're shopping it around to potential investors. And if that happens, that's going to be super duper awesome, and I'm really excited for that. I really hope that that works out. And also, we are going to continue our presence on YouTube. We really had a great experience with this channel, and we really want to continue. But unfortunately, because, as I've said before, my health, I'm unable to continue this channel. Instead, we're going to focus more on media. We are going to focus more on, say, what we both care about, so movies, anime, video games, that kind of stuff. We kind of had a big back and forth. Not even necessarily one is in one camp and the other is in another camp, but we really both were unsure if we should plug our new channel in this channel, because it's going to be so radically different from this channel, and we don't want to necessarily associate the two together. But I will say this. We will be making YouTube content shortly. We are currently in the process of making new YouTube content. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you are a current subscriber right now to Sodanonymous, I value you. I'm really happy that you cared enough about us to stick around and subscribe. If you direct message this YouTube account, the Sodanonymous YouTube account, and say, hey, I'm interested in your perspective on video games, anime, movies, that sort of thing. If you really do care, send us a message, and we will discreetly send you a message on our new channel, with our new channel link, because we're very happy to have you on board. It's sort of a soft promise, right? After a few months, and if you are somebody in retrospect sort of sending that message, I'm not going to reply. I'm probably not going to log into this account again. But we do want our current subscribers, if they do have the desire to follow what we're doing next, to be able to do that. What else do I want to talk about? Well, I do have something I want to reveal for you, because I never got around to it, and I'm never going to get around to it, so I'm just going to reveal it now. I wanted to reveal what my favorite soda of all time is, because, you know, I never got the chance. So this is going to be something pretty quick. I'm not sure how this is going to show up on the green screen. Obviously, I'm currently on a green screen right now, and this is a green sort of container, so it might look bad. So I apologize for that. But my favorite soda of all time, no contest, no question, obviously a 10 out of 10. I love this soda. This is number one, is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I think it's great. I think it's crisp. It's a very unique soda. If you're not a Taco Bell guy, if you don't typically go to Taco Bell, if you've never had Baja Blast before, try it. It's really good. I'll give it the perfect 10. I don't even have to drink it right now because, you know, I'm still watching my teeth. This is some good stuff. So if you've never had Baja Blast, try that. This is my favorite soda of all time, just in case you were curious. Okay. What else do we got? You know, I don't really know if I have much more to say. I think I was very straightforward. I was planning on being significantly more sloppy because I am very drunk, but I guess the camera sobered me up, and I was kind of direct and to the point. I know it's kind of a long video. I apologize for that. If you're still watching, I guess you probably care to some extent. So I will say one thing. I'm trying to be as open and as truthful as possible to you guys. There is one thing I will not do. I will not take off my mask. I will not reveal my identity. And I think that's in the spirit of what Sodanonymous is and was. You know, for those insanely curious, I'm sure that what we will do in the future, in terms of YouTube content, you'll be able to probably put 2 and 2 together if you really tried. But yeah, I think that Sodanonymous should be sort of a masked figure, and that's how it should stay. So on this channel, I will not do a face reveal. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I am very appreciative of you guys. We are very appreciative of you guys. This was a great learning experience, and we will continue on and do, you know, what we're going to do on YouTube and whatnot. I suppose the only thing that's left to do is do my final sign-off. So this is going to be my last sign-off as Sodanonymous. This is Sodanonymous signing off, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you very much. That's it. I think that's all I had to say.